This needs some work. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 9 to the Sky. And chickens. No. So, in the last episode, we upgraded, or more to the point, added a refined storage system that uses this 1 million storage disk and our drawer system with this external storage to allow us to have a ridiculous amount of storage for everything that we need right now. So we have a bunch of resources that are at our disposal and we can craft it all up using this. Now, this stuff has started to build up in some areas and we're getting a good supply of things, especially this. I think it's about time we upgraded some things to netherite. And so, well, actually, we can grab this one and upgrade it to obsidian. Now, if you look at the cook time, I don't know whether that's ticks, and if there's 20 in-game ticks per second, that means that's 2-second cook time. And if we look at the speed of the netherite, or sorry, the obsidian, that's only 1 second. And we're going to take it to netherite. So if we come over here and go uses, we should be able to grab that. Did that just say I don't have obsidian? It's because it's in here. Much better. Now we can do that. Upgrade it to an obsidian furnace. And I think I'm going to do both of them just in case. Like so. From there, I'll quickly duck over and cook myself up some of this this ancient debris. Yep, this is twice as fast. And we're going to take this to the next level and use some netherite to get this down to a quarter of a second, I think it is, for the netherite. Hold on. Use, yeah, a quarter of a second per smelt. Pretty nice. Also, I may as well collect my couple of things that I've got here while we get going. Some nice compacting upgrades. And I think it might be time for us to continue along this. And I want to get into some villages today. So we're going to get into Ars Nouveau and try and make ourselves a tablet of Conjure village. There are a few things that I want to use villages for starters. So we're going to get ourselves some. Now, if I put those away in there and want to make myself some netherite, I do need some more gold, but it's there for later. Interesting that netherite didn't go into that. Very strange. Let's just check that that's linked. It's not. There you go. How'd that slip by? Much better. So with that, I can go grab this, grab a little of this soul sand that we had in there, and that can go in there. 1 netherite furnace, 2 netherite furnaces. Now, as we look through the recipes, what netherite ingots are used for, the time in a bottle seems like a good one too. On top of that, we'll probably get some loot fabricators going pretty soon. But for now, a time in a bottle would probably be smart. I'm just going to need a little bit more of this. And what a good way to make use of our new furnaces. Let's see how fast they smelt everything up. Perfect. So, pair of netherite furnaces with the upgrades in them. Turn on auto split. And yeah, that's much faster. And we'll just do that one too. Now, eventually we're going to set these up to auto craft some things. But for now, I think this is more than fine. Wonderful. So, a clock. Do we have any glass? Ooh, we don't. I'm going to take some sand. Oh, I love that. Make ourselves a little bottle real quick. And there we go. Time in a bottle starts counting time. Fantastic. Now, there's probably more that we can do with the netherite and whatnot, but those were a couple of the things that were in the back of my mind that needed to get started. There are, of course, some things like the reforging table from Apotheosis, maybe some upgrades for our backpack and for some of our systems, plus we're going to need it for transmitters if we want to get into transmitting. But more than likely, we are going to have to get ourselves a smithing template for a few of the things that we would like to upgrade. So it makes sense then to continue along this path. Now, we can get a smithing template. It says to go into occultism. I think I'm going to focus on villages first, and then once we have the villages set up, we'll try and get ourselves a smithing template. And at that point, it will probably be worth starting to look into a few of these things. So, Ars Nouveau? Yeah. So, a quick way for us to get into Ars Nouveau is to make use of these moss blocks that we got and this extractor from Zycraft. And we're just going to make an ugly little thing up here and get ourselves a little bit of moss. And then that moss is going to be used in the sieves, as far as I remember, right? Use sieve, yes. So if we use it in the gold one, it has a 0.5% chance to get us some archwood. There are other ways to get this, of course, but I also don't mind getting myself a little supply of all of these things without having to trade for it. That guy creeps me out. On top of that, it's just nice to have some moss because I would like to do some building at some point soon. We are just going to have this as a floating piece of land with a big tank underneath it. I think I want to encase it a little bit in something, maybe even towards the end of this episode. But I'm going to let that build up, come over to a place like this, and hey, we got one. Amazing. That makes things a little more simple. Plus, these spore blossoms are beautiful, and I would like to use those as well. Chicken? No. All right, we actually got a second one. That should get us started. So if we go over to the quest, we can, oh, it doesn't actually hold. Flashing archwood sapling. It doesn't count that as part of the thing here. Interesting. Either way, I should be able to plant a tree here and get ourselves started. Nice. Now, if we're going to be going over into here, we want to be aiming to make ourselves a tablet of Conjure Island Village. Now, I've done a little bit of Ars Nouveau in the past. Ooh. Anything good? No. But I've done a little bit in the past, and as such, I'm probably not going to bother spending too much time going over the basics. I just want to get through, make myself a few things, the imbuement chambers, and get a ritual blazer going, or whatever is necessary to get to that summon. And then we'll summon ourselves a little island for villagers to spawn on. From there, we can use easy villagers to make ourselves a breeder and an incubator and a bunch of other stuff that is going to help us duplicate the amount that we have. Now, it also probably makes sense to, if we're going to be creating some source material, some source itself, to kill two birds with one stone. So how about I put down some Inferium essence that is going to grow nicely, and we use the growth of that to fuel some source. I'm going to try and set myself up with a little source jar and collection system and whatnot. If we go over here and have a look, or more to the point into this, there are a couple of different ways to get into the source. There's volcanic, vitalic from mobs and whatnot, power through potions, source from nearby food, and source from the growth of plants. And we're going to get this agronomic source link. We're not going to be doing too much with Ars Nouveau to start off with, so I think just getting one of these and a couple of source jars started will probably do the trick. I'm just going to get that set up, and then we can start thinking about where we're going to put our island. Oh, pro tip. Those Inferium essence do not count towards source, but that does. So having access to, oops, I did that the wrong way. Having access to the twerking ability, the ability to just grow all the crops, does make generating source quite a simple process. So we can just do that and generate as much as we need. Amazing. So I might fill this up. I don't think I really need anything else because I was making some pedestals which will be used later potentially, but really all I actually needed was this brazier and I believe this cascading. So like this. Take that. What was that noise? Okay. And with that archwood, I think we just need one more. Oh, obtained by growing a tree near a whirlsprig. Good to know. I've done that before, but I didn't hear the noise. You can go away in there. So I think the last thing that we need is one of these blazing archwood saplings. Now, if you have a look at the recipes, we could make a manipulation essence, or we could just sieve a little bit more and see if we get lucky. And, of course, this has been building up for 20. Nice. If we take that across, let's see how we go. I don't see any in there, but we're going to go through all of this and then see what happens in the end. Okay. If we come over to our sapling box and just do this, I actually want to keep the lapis, thank you. Doesn't look like we actually got anything. Oh, we did. We did. Now I'm going to plant that tree and just get a couple of extra saplings. There we go. And with all of that combined, we should be able to make ourselves... Oh, did I put that away? I did. Oh, thank goodness. A tablet of Conjure Island Village. Amazing. That means now that I should be able to make sure that this has a decent amount of sauce. I assume it probably needs 100%. It might not, but just to be safe, I'm going to make sure that that sauce jar is 100% full, which should be easy enough by doing this. Yep, that's filling up very quickly. And then we're going to pick a spot and see if we can make ourselves an island. All right. One 100% full jar, but no room in my inventory. Hold on. Just put all that away. And with these things combined, we should be able to make ourselves a brand new island. Let's just quickly sleep the night away as soon as it hits. Come on. Come on. And, oh, there's two of you. Now, there's a good possibility that this may be a semi-permanent thing. So, where do I want to build this? I think I'm going to go out the back up here. Also, we should really upgrade this this jetpack so that I don't have to fall when I'm flying. We have enough energy now. Ooh, I think it would be worth it. But I'm going to come out this way. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 seems a good amount. Chuck that ritual brazier down there with some sauce and awaiting activation. How do I activate it? There we go. Oh my goodness. Also, if you ever wanted to get yourself some dirt, this is a pretty cheap way to do so. Let's see what happens here. Oh. Okay. It's making a village. Oh, this is cute. And... oh, hello. A shady wizard. Hello. We've got ourselves a Fletcher. Was it just 2? Oh my goodness. Arcane Core, you get free stuff from this. And no roof. Wait. I can see out the top of that? It... what? Hold up. Skyweave. That's wild. Okay. Ah, and we do have 3. Okay. Very good. So what I'm going to do is actually pick up all of their things that they would consider. It does use 100%, by the way. All the things that they would consider job blocks. And then shift right click to pick them up. Going to grab that. Thank you. And what are you locked on to? Is there one in here that I didn't know about? We hummed at the same time. Perhaps I can put this down for you. We do have 2 though, so that's probably okay. I'm going to pick you up anyway. This is cool. And relatively large. It's a little flat on the underside, but it's a good start. Plus, it gives us a bunch of different trees, some really nice decoration, and it allowed me to find out about this. So interesting. So, now that we have that available to us, it's definitely making me feel like my island is a little less fancy. So, once we get ourselves some villagers breeding and a few things from easy villages, maybe it's time to do some upgrading of our own. Now, these villages can be used in an incubator or a converter or anything really from Easy Villages. And the one that I want to get going is this breeder. I've got some glass panes over here. I could probably make myself a bed quite easily. And with this, I believe if I just get myself a barrel, place it down, accidentally place it down, but place it down somewhere just out of the way, probably like this, with a breeder on top, and put 2 in there. As far as I'm aware, they should just breed. Now, I don't think I need to give them any food or anything like that. That is the purpose of these blocks. So, with a bit of luck, soon we will see some coming into this barrel. Maybe we should make ourselves an incubator, and we'll have villages for days. Or at least we would. If my power didn't go out and crash both my computer, obviously, and be out for several hours, and when I log back in, what we placed down there is no longer existent. Now, we still do have the Shady Wizard and a few of the things that we were using, and the island is still over there, but we just, we lost that for some reason. Now, I could change the game rules or open it to LAN and swap over to creative, but I think I'm just going to take it on the chin and I'm going to make myself another island. Because why not? We can easily make a bunch of sauce. And the reality is that that conjure island was not actually that difficult to make. Now, since I only have one of those, we're going to grow another one like so. Yeah. Oh, that counted as well. Nice. That way we have a few left over, and that means that I can make one. And why don't we make a second one? That seems like a good idea. Now, if we count how far out from this we came, including the portal frame, that's 1, 2, 3, 19, 20, 21. Okay. 21 to the center of it. And we may as well do that out these sides too. Yeah, this way. And this way. Cool. Now all I have to do is get a little bit more sauce. I do feel like I'm getting a little bit many seeds from this, so I'm going to switch up the actual crop that I'm making. We'll do carrots for a bit. It does mean we have to replant them, but that's okay. I could try with this though. Yeah, that works. So, a full sauce jar. Come over to this side. We're going to put that there, and I'm actually going to remove the stone from underneath it so that we don't have to deal with that being part of the island. I'm going to take that away, put that in there, and activate the ritual. It actually put that an odd way, which is fine. It's fine. I'm going to grab you. I'm going to remove your table and grab... Huh. Why did you not lose your job? It's fine. I'm going to grab that, and hopefully these guys lose their job and I can grab them for breeding. Now, I'm fine with that being backwards like that because I'm actually probably going to take the stuff off the top of them and either dismantle them for the materials and do my own terraforming or build some stuff around. So we'll pop this, pop this down there, keep collecting this in bulk. Oh, I was wondering what that sound was. I got way too many carrots. Whoops. And with this, that should be full. Nice. So we'll do the same thing over on this side. Ritual, sauce jar, and island. Amazing. So with those there, I'm now going to be able to grab the villages that I need and hopefully not have my power go out. We'll get ourselves a couple of nice houses and trees. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I wonder if there is a way to change the orientation. I'm not sure. But either way, this is just fine. Let's break that. You go back to normal. Once again, break the job blocks. Cool. I really love these mage light torches and the gold sconce. So we'll probably take those and use them. But there's a lot of good resources in this. In fact, source stone? Oh my. What a cheap way to get source stone. Hi, how you doing? I can see that one of these villages over here has reverted. Wonderful. And I should now be able to use these villagers to probably get a villager breeder going. That does mean that I lost the materials. It's one of those horrible things where the game tries to adjust and go back to what it had. Oh, hey, you guys are just what I need. Come here. So, a breeder, and we probably want an incubator as well. Grab one of my barrels. Oh, hi. And we will get this up and running. Now, thankfully, in the downtime, when I had lost power, I did realize that this was going to be like that. And the reality is as well, the output is here. I probably need to put that on top of a hopper or something. So if that's the case, I'll do that. Make myself a hopper. And there we go. Nice, a baby. Now I should be able to put those babies into the incubator. And I think the easiest way to do that is probably put that there, item pipe out of here, baby goes in there, and then one more barrel and full-grown adult comes out of there. Nice. Perfect. That should make things a lot nicer. So, once I have myself a couple of villages, I'm going to be able to start trading with them. But I think what I'll do is I'll let that run, and I might clear out some of these. I'm going to keep that one as it is, because it seems to be facing the right direction. We'll clean up the stone, of course. But the other ones over here, I'm going to take the buildings off the top, and then we can use that as some islands for our own stuff. Seems perfect to me. Patch that up. Make it look a little bit more in place. Wonderful. Now, not all of these are the ones that have come through this system, but they are starting to build up. They need a little bit more food if I want more, but this will be enough for now. I've also gone ahead and removed all of the stuff of these two islands, and as you can see by how fast I'm moving and the little clips in between there, I did upgrade to an emerald jetpack. So now we do not sink when we are flying, and we are ridiculously fast. Now over here, I've added 2 more blocks ready to go, and I've built up a little bit more of a supply of the source because I want to try a couple of different islands. This is the reason why I don't use the hover very often, because I stay in the air for too long. I want to get down quickly. So I've added 2 different types here, a flourishing and a starter. And these, oh, I've just realized, hold, they don't have a recipe. Never mind. At Ars Nouveau. Okay, that would make sense. Wait, no, they have a recipe. They don't have one for the starter. They do have one for the flourishing though. Okay, interesting. I guess the starter island is too helpful, so it might have been removed. Is there one for the end portal? There is one, so we could make an end portal island as well if we wanted to. Okay, very interesting. Well, how about we try this flourishing island and see how large that is. Okay, beautiful. Very similar size by the looks of things. And the reason I'm doing this in a bit of a funny way is I think I'm going to use this as a bit of a base to then connect the lot of them up together and make it into one mega island, if that makes sense. So how does this go? Has a bunch of different trees and stuff. Oh boy, that is lush. Ooh, what's this? Mendostine? Boy, that's noisy. I'm going to have to lower that in the edit. Okay. Well, that worked quite nicely. I guess I'm going to make... what is this? That's just moss. Yeah, I'm going to make another one of those over here. And we're going to use those islands to inform where we start doing all the other stuff. So, a full source jar. Make ourselves another one of those. And... there we go. Now I'm going to step away from that because it makes a ridiculous amount of noise. But I think with the combination of these islands, I can connect up around the outside, and then on top of that, connect up underneath this and turn it into a mega island. Make it into my own fancy place. And then that way we have a bunch of extra land to work with. That would be really nice. Yeah. Give me all the nice stuff. Now, there is so much dirt underneath here that I could just take all of that and use it for my surface stuff and connect all the other stuff up with the stone. Whoa. The stone that I've been building up over here. There's a few different options for what we can do, but that is a very easy way to get yourself a bunch of landscape. Now, I would assume that they would overlap one another, that they would dig into one another. So you could just set up a bunch of different rituals or the same ritual and just put them all together to make yourself a bunch of islands, if you so desired. It could be a really good way to get yourself some land. Very cool. Brightest bedroom ever. Now, because of my power outage today, I haven't been able to dedicate as much time as I wanted to. I actually wanted to get to the point where I was here and then go ahead and start connecting things as well as dealing with my villagers, but it just obviously outside circumstances meant that I wasn't able to. So I think before we finish up, there's just one thing that I would like to do. Hi, buddy. Look at you. Oh, okay. That's fine. So we're going to make ourselves a lectern. Lectern. You know what I mean. We're going to make ourselves some books. I need some paper. We'll put this together nice and quickly. I know I have some slabs. And if we have a look at easy villages, there is a trader. I don't know whether this contains them, maybe? Glass. Oh, interesting that it wouldn't actually turn that into paints for me. But I think if I do this and we just place you there and put that in there, yeah, it contains them and it means that I can trade with them whenever I like. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cycle through this, and what I tend to do personally is go options, controls, keybinds, and easy villages. Cycle trades is set to C, which for me, that is my, that's my zoom key. So I don't want to be using that, but I set it to 0 and I just cycle using the 0 key. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get myself Fortune 3. Now it's probably going to take, I didn't look at whatever that was. It's probably going to take a little bit of time, but once I have it, ooh, silk touch, nah, it's fine. Once I have it, we will be able to upgrade our sieves. Yeah, I'm going to just keep doing this until I get it. We can sleep that rain away. I actually ended up saving this one that had efficiency, even though it's ridiculously expensive. Efficiency 5 is nice. And I got myself Fortune 3 from here. Now, whoa, I keep forgetting that we have the higher powered thing. I'm just going to lower that to 60%. But what we can do here, for example, what is the best one for me to do it on? Probably the gravel for starters. I'm going to take that. We're going to make ourselves an anvil. And we are going to enchant this mesh with Fortune 3, and we may as well add efficiency 2 and see how that goes. Now, I don't know how efficiency will react with the fact that this kind of limits how many items are processed, but maybe it speeds that up. So if that's not the one. If I put this in here, right now it's saying every 80 ticks, still every 80 ticks, which is fine, but we should start. Oh dear, that's very clogged. What is stuck? Gunpowder. Okay. 1 second. Upgrade. Oh, I don't have any left, I'm sure. Oh, okay. Let's just make a little bit of this. We should be able to cook up a decent amount of this. Oh, that's a lot of copper. In fact, that is so much copper that I cannot hold it all. Cool. But that means that we can now make this, put that in. Where is my... I have 32,000 gunpowder just there. Okay, that should clear that up. And we've got all of this stuff built up waiting to go. Phew. Okay, so while that's dealing with its stuff, this should now be providing more. If we can catch it doing one. Ooh, that did. I didn't see what number it increased by. I'm going to have to check that in the edit. But as far as I can tell, instead of getting just 64 pieces of the particular item, you might get a little bit more. We'll see. Either way, I think it was on the ATM Discord that I saw people comparing how much you can get from fortune, and the more fortune you stack, the better. But there was a diminishing return after fortune 3. So getting ourselves fortune 3 to start off with, at least, is a great idea. All right. Well, that is a little bit of preparation, but not quite the building that I intended to do this episode. But all in all, we've managed to get ourselves some extra islands. We've got some villages and some trading going. Efficiency and fortune is nice, and it's very easy to set that up for more trading later. I think we can consider that a bit of a success. How's this going? Now we're talking. Nearly there. And come on, you got this. Now, someone would have to do a little bit more of a test, but I'm more than happy to just add that and hope that it does add up over time to more stuff. But with all that being said, I think we're going to end the episode here. It is getting late and I need to finish the edit and get this out for you guys because I've been managing to keep up every day so far without causing too much stress. And even with the power outage, I think I can manage tonight as well. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you're looking forward to a bit of building potentially in the next episode. We might see what gadgets we can find to make that a little bit easier. And I would like to say thank you very much for watching. And thank you to my Patreon supporters for your continued support. You folks are amazing. It means so much that you support me over there and help me do this. And I appreciate it more than you know. To everyone who's been watching, hope you're still having a good time. Hope you're having fun. We're going to do some expansion and have some space to work on some mods. But until the next time, I hope you all take care of yourselves. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye, everyone. Whoop!